Hello everyone and welcome to this week's short video tutorial. This will be a commentary of a match that was played in 2001. Red was Grandmaster Xu Yinchuan and Black was Master Tiewen. This was one of the games in the series of the top 50 selected brevities from the periodical Qiyi. In 2001, one of the most important or premier Xiangqi events was the first ever BGN World Challenge, which was eventually won by Grandmaster Xu Yinchuan. And in this bout, the Grandmaster demonstrated one of the reasons why he was able to win the coveted title. So without further ado, let us go into the game. Okay, Red started off with the central cannon, and Black started off with the left cannon blockade very early in the game. Now, by doing so, Black would usually sacrifice development of his right flank and try to develop his left flank faster than Red and apply pressure on Red's right flank, trying to hinder the development of this chariot. And usually one of the most commonly and most widely regarded best ways of playing this position would be to play p3+1. And Black would continue with the deferred opposite direction cannons. There are many levels of this opening system. One of my good friends, Master Zhao Yifan from Taiwan, loves this opening a lot and has studied this opening in great detail. So in this match, Grandmaster Xu Yinchuan chose to play c8+5, which is one of the lesser played variations nowadays. Other commonly seen variations would be p7+1. This can be seen over here. There are many moves, r8+9 or h8+9 or h8+7 to develop the left horse as an edge horse or a proper horse. Now this would offset the pressure that Black had placed on this left flank, whereby since Black did not allow development of this flank, Red would be compensated by developing his other flank, which would be much faster than Black's. So the lines are too long, I shan't go over them in this opening video tutorial. In this commentary, sorry. If you're interested, please go to the board on my website. The link has been given below. Black continued with h2+3, a trade of cannons. Now, one of the lines of thinking behind this variation was that one of Black's biggest threat would be the central cannon, so Black would trade for it faster. Now, there are subtle differences playing e7+5 and e3+5. If e3+5 can be seen, Red will still enjoy slight advantage. Black would have easier time ahead, etc. This is quite a very complicated version, but please go to the boards on your own. So let us continue with the match. Red continue p7+1. r1 equals to 2, h8+7, and Red played Red made a slight blunder that was not very obvious by pushing r2+4. Now, moving the chariot at this point would actually allow for Red to play r9 equals to 8 to trade chariots. If Red traded chariots, for example, as can be seen, the development of the black horses would be a major issue, and they will not. The black cannon and chariot were now in place, and the only pieces that Black could move were the black horses, which were inhibited by Red's double snake-headed pawns. So that is why trading chariots would not be a good idea, and Black would be forced usually to move his chariot away as in this manner. Now, in doing so, Red would be able to gain an open line, and this chariot would become a serious threat to Black's position. So red will immediately attack the black horse, and as can be seen, red will now focus his attack on black's very empty right flank. Now in deferred opposite direction cannons and games, as I have mentioned earlier in my other videos, the game would have a tendency to become a flank game, whereby each color will be attacking one flank, and it will be a contest of speed to see which side would be faster and will come out on top. The margin of error is usually minimal, and one would have to be very clear and accurate in his calculation. So black would continue h5 minus 7. Red would go for h8 plus 7. Black would try to consolidate his defense, and as can be seen, red would now attack in this manner. He would readjust his formation and target black's elephant in this situation. One possibility would be h7 plus 6 to block the elephants. So black will counter. Red will go ahead with his attack, threatening to capture the elephant for a smothered cannon checkmate, forcing the cannon to move away. And red continued very boldly by capturing the elephant and sacrificing material in this situation. Now, after much consideration, Master Tiewen was wary of what Grandmaster Xu Yinchuan might do and decided to play r8 equals to 4 to threaten the horse instead. Now, what would happen if he did gain material? Red would immediately capture both elephants for the loss of his horse, and black would be in all sorts of trouble after red played c7 equals to 8 to threaten to checkmate. Now, I added a few moves that were not given in the periodical to demonstrate why this would be a checkmate for red. So red would now be threatening to go for the smothered cannon checkmate. This would force the black king out, and red would capture the horse. The advisor cannot capture the chariot, or the horse will be delivering a check. So the only legal move that black could make would be to go back to its throne, and that would checkmate in this manner. So that was why once this position was reached, red would checkmate, and that was why black did not dare to gain material or capture the red chariot in this manner, and had to defend in this manner. So back to the game, black continued with r8 equals to 4, and red continued to sacrifice his horse, this horse in this instance, and try to trade material, which black did not want, and play h7 plus 6, check. Again, after destroying the elephants just within a span of a few plies, we can see that red would have 1, 2, 3, 4 major pieces. Black would also have the same amount of major pieces in the same content, but black had already lost a pair of elephants in the process, and red was delivering a very vicious attack. As can be seen, black's defense was now very vulnerable, and red would be enjoying a tremendous advantage by this point in time. So the rest of the game would be a performance by red. Black would try to block the cannon. Black would try to gain some form of compensation by capturing the elephant to prevent the red cannon from attacking. If the cannon were able to reach the flank, it would be over. So black retreated his horse very deftly. Black tried to move the king to safety, but it was too late. Red would now threaten with c9 plus 3 to go for the check. And once the check was done, the black horse would be lost. So that was why black would move the horse to safety. But at this point in time, red simply advanced his pawn across the river, forcing the black chariot away. And this was when black resigned. I ran this position through my computer and found that red had already mastered a huge advantage of over 2,000 points. Now, although a clear checkmate was still not imminent, but black would be forced to lose more material, and it would be just a matter of time before red won. So that was why black decided to resign. But a short recap, you can see that in this variation, red went for the C8 plus 5 variation to trade cannons. And after trading cannons, red played p7 plus 1 to hinder the development of the black horses. This would be the double-headed snake pawns. And this mistake was a not very obvious subtle mistake, allowing for red to threaten to trade chariots and divert, which forced the black chariot away. And once this chariot was free to attack, as can be seen, the pressure on this red's pressure on this flank was far greater than black's pressure on this flank, because there are still two pieces offering some resistance over here. And this was another very good move, whereby red targeted the elephant. And another bold move, offering to sacrifice the chariot over here, which black did not dare to take, and this was the beginning of the end. And after destroying the black elephants, black was already in deep trouble. Okay. And it was game over, because both the black horses would have trouble developing and could not offer any defense. The only defensive piece was this black chariot, and which would be having trouble trying to protect itself. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video of another great game by Grandmaster Xu Yinchuan, which is regarded as one of the best of all time. And if you like the work that I've been doing, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.